Adventuring in the Speigler Desert. A band of hardy travelers might brave the Speigler Desert for any number of reasons. Academics might seek information about the long-ago clash between Nex and Geb, while other historians might include knowledgeable treasure hunters seeking relics from the age of impossible wonders. Brave scholars might seek to understand the storms of twisted magic that rack the land, either to better predict them or to harness their power for their own ends. The people who inhabit the Speigler Desert itself sometimes harbor secrets of interest to the wider world. An escaped criminal hiding in the desert might be the sole keeper of valuable information. Or a mutant gang might know where to find strange ruins or unique firearms. Lucky merchants might enter the desert only to cross it quickly, shuttling high-value items between Nex and Geb itself, regardless of the reason that travelers brave the desert, whether it be for information, historical recollect, or straight-up smuggling. It's wise for all of them to keep the following points in mind. Prepare for bad weather. Stay hidden and move quietly. Looks can deceive. Avoid abandoned technology you might find. And the depth of these reasons we shall explore together. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of the All Guns No Glory podcast. I am your host, GM Jeff Ball, and we are playing Pathfinder's 2nd edition revised role-playing game, at least for the players, and some monsters abound. When last we left our party, they had braved the Speigler Desert on foot, having to temporarily abandon their airship, and after encountering a few unlikely and unusual characters, both alien and cursed, to run into something, shall we say, a little bit more environmental, and yet sentient and seemingly out for their blood, has put the party at a disadvantage, though terrain you would think would be their ally, since this creature can literally burrow through solid rock, sand, and earth, including to the very top, through the inside of the many hoodoos that dot the current landscape, our party finds themselves in quite the predicament. Gentlemen, as the battle continues, we are in round 4, and I believe I had just used the creature's turn to move and appear close to within the bottom of the hoodoo you stand. It has not surfaced as of yet. And next in line, a strangely quiet, somewhat malfunctioning, but at least in a wise shooting gallery position. To the south of you, and a bit behind, on a massive hoodoo, 12 feet across and 20 feet long, striding to the edge, reloading his weapon and waiting patiently, his eye beam scanning the terrain and each of you, rather uncomfortably. Blaster Valentine holds his turn and waits for his target, which brings us to Charwin. You are up. Pylo, get ready. You're on deck. Charwin, what do you do?
Let's see. So we got Manubrio right next to me, kitty corner. I think I know it's doing something. So let's move 5 feet to the north. away from Manubrio, and ready in action to stab at anything that I see that's not one of my allies.
Okay. To ready an action, it costs you 2 of your actions to ready a third that will occur when said conditions, which would cost you your movement.
It costs me a reaction. So it's 2 actions to prepare, and then in order to do it, I need a reaction to use it.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. And the thing that you do cannot be more than a single action in itself.
Yeah, correct. Mm-hmm. So I can't like cast a spell for it, sadly. But
yeah, well, there's got to be like shield.
There's a couple, sure.
Sulu shields. Yes, correct. All right. So you are waiting for something to happen. The rock you're standing on is vibrating with this thing circling it. Not sure exactly where it went. Now, sometimes I talk about, oh, you guys see this, or someone sees this right from their vantage point. Not to meta and say, well, you didn't see this, Pylo did. I'm going to assume that for free, there can be a general communication, not a specific communication, because warning someone specifically, like up that one tree, pointing right at your feet, it will emerge there, would cost Pylo an action, which he can do right now and then focus what you're about to do. But me, generally speaking, saying, you guys, this, I think there is sort of a battle awareness, for most of you guys that you're trying not to meta, but you have a general idea what's going on, as long as we can maintain the minis or the general line of sight. Even those minis that are cowering behind rocks. But if you draw a line from Pip to he does kind of see what's going on. So is that you, Charwin? You all done?
Yes.
All right. Which brings us to Pylo. Jesus. What do you want to do, Pylo?
So we kind of know he's still hiding under the rocks where he is. I'm up top there, wandering around.
Where you are, you actually had a very good view of it circling the bottom, wedging itself straight through the base of the rock.
Mm-hmm.
And like it sank into the ground, but you did catch like the head of it like burrowing into the rock itself. You kind of got the idea that it did enter the actual rock. And now the rock is shimmering, shaking, as if it's trying to crumble it from the bottom or maybe move through it. You see Charwin, and they all kind of step back from the middle. Everyone's looking down at the proverbial table. This thing is about almost 15 feet across and definitely 15, 20 feet long, kind of rectangular, pinched in the middle, like a big potato. They're 20 feet off the ground. You're 25 feet off the ground. You actually have a downward view on this.
Gotcha.
Right?
And I see this happening, and there's not much I can really do. They're all inside of that sucker there, and I can't. It's inside of there, and I can't.
You could hold an action to do something as a single action if it emerged. I don't know. Do you have any single action?
I don't really have anything that's a single action at all that I could hold that would be of any use whatsoever. What I will do is I will look at my. Let me see here how this works. I have a. What's the Uplifting Overture do here? So my spells change names once I updated the thing, so I'm going to make sure I have the right one here. So what I'll do is I'm going to actually just tell the guys, listen out, guys, that rock's shaking a lot, and if it falls down, I want to make sure you guys know you got this. You can stand up, and you can get your balance. You're not going to get hurt. I'm going to cast, I guess it's Uplifting Overture, which used to be my it gives a +1. Actually, no, it's the wrong one. Sorry. It's the Courageous Anthem I want.
Okay.
And then they get a +1 to their attack rolls, damage rolls, saves, and fear effects. And it's just a single action, whatnot. A single action.
Okay, so if I target all 3 of these guys through Fantasy Grounds, and you pull the trigger on that, it should hold them for those. Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, looks like it.
You can do it. All right.
It's a singular action. Although, hold on. What is this here? You had to flourish your competence. Your next action is to cast a cantrip 1 round. Actually, beforehand, I'm going to add a little flourish to it because I can actually do a lingering composition, which lets me sustain it. It does cost me my focus point, but I will do that. So I'll use my focus point, and I'll add a little bit of a flourish to it, like, you guys got this. And maybe with like the rope guts, I'll kind of swing them around a little bit, going, look at me, I'm stuck to this rope. Do like I do. And that'll give a lingering composition to that, so that way next turn I can sustain it and give them the +1 again without casting the spell.
Okay.
Actually, no,
I
it
don't
doesn't say here. Hold on.
Is that
Attempt
in
a
the game again?
performance check. The DC is usually a standard difficulty DC of a level greater to or the highest level target of your composition, but the GM can assign a different DC. I fail, it only lasts 1 round. I succeed, it lasts 3 rounds. If I critically succeed, the spell lasts 4 rounds. So actually, this is a one-time use that I can make the spell last longer.
Okay.
No, you can re-up it.
Hmm?
You can re-up your lingering composition every.
But I only have every.
As long as you have focus points.
Okay, I don't think I only have 1, so I can do it the one time. Yeah. But it's a DC check. I have to make a performance, and the DC is a standard difficulty of a level equal to the highest level target of your composition, or it's your choice, Jeff.
My DC can be based on a higher composition. I'm sorry, I'm not following that part.
It says here that the DC is a standard difficulty DC of a level equal to the highest level target of my composition, which is my guys. But the GM can assign a different DC based on the circumstances. So it's
okay.
totally
I would actually go with the character level, the DC of the creature, because you're trying to convince them that we'll be okay against Godzilla. Well, that's a hard sell. Or versus Bob the Gut. You know what I mean? Like I'm thinking like you're trying to give them confidence against what they perceive, and I would go with the actual sort of, but go ahead.
It's a performance check. I'll roll it right now, and that is a 15. A 2 on the dice, but still a 15.
Okay. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I would say you would marginally succeed, but oh, here we go. Here's my level. Here's my level. Would you like to use a hero point? Reroll that. Close.
No, I don't, because if I don't make it, I don't spend the focus points. So that's okay. If I need to, I can redo it again next turn. But at least it gives us one turn of whatnot.
Okay. This is a 7th level creature, and without adding bonuses that would probably even make the DC harder, I was going to basically go with 7th level creature, DC 10, DC 17. You know what I mean? Finding out someone's character level DC is also based on some of their traits, and probably even higher. But like I said, we're just trying to look for a blanket here. Yep. Okay, so if you fail, it still works for 1 round. You just can't sustain it, correct?
That's exactly, basically, if I fail, it just kind of lets the two go. But I don't lose my focus point, which is the important thing.
Really? Why is that?
Yeah. It just says the composition lasts 1 round, but you don't spend the focus point for casting the spell on a failure.
Cool.
Yep.
No, that's cool.
And what I'll do is I'll actually, for my third action, I'll move my character like 5 feet further onto the rock there, just to make sure I'm less on the edge and more in the middle of the.
Okay. Now, just for the audience, okay, he rolled a natural 2. All he needed was a 4. This is not, the GM was not being harsh on poor Pilot. Like it was a pretty good roll with all your amazing +13 performances. It just, so if your performance is solid at 13 and chance is the scale of the D20, I would blame you, friends. I mean, they're just not buying what you're selling. It's not your fault. They're
being rocked about and shaken around. They look at me on a solid ground. They don't believe it too much.
They have was it hydrophobia is a fear of water? What's fear of dirt? Is anybody rockophobic or something?
And that's it for Pilo.
All right. Pip, the current disguised rock. I like how he changed his mini. I love that. I forgot about that. And then we're playing this again. I'm like, are there 2 oh, no, wait a minute. That's Pip in amazing disguise.
Very handsome young rock.
Very handsome
rock. Pip, having barely seen the enemy, will just switch from a rapier to his halfling sling. I will do another crafting check to try and get my armor into overdrive again. Yes.
Okay.
DC 20. Oh, I did not fail enough to make anything bad happen, but I rolled a 19, not meeting the 20.
Oh, so close. Would you like to spend your hero point? Kurt, what do you guys have your hero points at? Do we have any 1s and 0s and 2s, or do you guys all just have 1 from last?
I have 1.
Okay.
And I believe most of the other players are putting up single fingers.
I feel I had re-upped them just last session, maybe. I don't need to necessarily re-up them again. So, yeah, but we'll have 1, so that's fine. Okay. So what do you want to do, Pip? How are you going to handle this?
I have a single action left, and I'm not getting closer to that rock, so Pip is not going to do anything with his last action and just wait.
All right. I have a question for our rules lawyers. When you are using stealth, I'm assuming you find a good spot, and if you don't move, you hold that stealth roll unless conditions change. Or do you need to re-up it? I'm still hiding, right? Because I'm wondering if it would be something like, sooner or later, if you keep re-upping your stealth, you would blow a roll, and it would be something like the guy hiding behind the wall, and then the wall falls over, revealing him. Like, I'm just curious how the rules feel about, is it a consistent re-up on the stealth roll, or... I'm not going to make you roll at the moment.
I don't think so unless you move.
Yeah, I think the conditions have to change. It'd be mean, because then you're just playing the odds, and sooner or later you would fail stealth, right? But I just have to paint that picture, something you see in the movies where, like, you know, dude isn't doing anything, and then, like, his hiding spot changes on its own, and like, oh, you're screwed. Speaking of Matt, who just spoke up, El Manubrio.
That's me.
I'm so happy you put your name phonetically for me to, so I don't keep screwing it up. Would everyone mind putting your names in there phonetically for me? Because I got tech I'm trying to run here in the game and keep everything in my head, and I glance at someone's name and always get it wrong. What do you want to do with Alll?
Going to, I guess, delay until I see some rock.
Okay.
So if I delay, do I have to specify when I come back into the turn order?
You're at the bottom of the round.
Yep.
Right? So if you delay and he pops up, you would come in just after him. If you set up an action, it would execute as he's coming up, and it would put you at the top of next round's initiative, and you'd stay there, I'm pretty sure, because you're pretty sure your initiative changes until, like, when you go off. So
I don't think it does if you ready an action. I don't think it changes your initiative, but if I delay, it does.
Oh, okay. Well, let's look up delay. Sorry to stop this cold, because I need to know, like, here's the thing. You go at the end of this round. It goes at the beginning of next round. Right? Okay. I know you can't do anything until it appears. I'm just curious, does delay, can you jump in, before someone acts?
We looked this up last time, and no, when you jump in, you occur after the monster.
Just after,
right. It would be way too powerful for us to all go, yeah, we're going to delay. He's available?
Yeah. All right. Okay. That's fine. So if you want to delay...
Not to mention that it would have to be his turn when he comes visible anyways.
Yeah.
And I can't go until after that's done.
All right. He becomes visible, and you want to do something as soon as he's done, right? So I'm going to bring you up an initiative. So, sorry, round's done. You delay. Kind of have to delay in the next round. Round 5. This strange creature goes. It surfaces. And there you are. And as it comes up and attacks, you try to do something. And that'll put you, if you want to jump
right
in
after
somewhere.
it in the initiative.
Or you can just wait.
I can wait longer. Yeah.
But you don't have to go last. All right. Shame that you kind of lost a round, but...
Yep.
Yeah.
Tactically, what else am I going to do, honestly?
Normally...
Waste my time on skills I don't have trying to think about what this thing is.
I would have to say this is the one exception. Mechanically, everyone listening, rules lawyers, it sucks. But consider this. With him at the top and you at the bottom, because this thing is using hit and run tactics, it is bearing itself. You never have a target at the end of the round.
Yep.
Right? So here's the one time where that delay mechanic actually mathematically will work out for you in your favor. Speaking of working out, so this thing managed to get almost to the top last time. And I chose a square for it to emerge in, and you guys have moved all around. I'm not saying it's blind. Maybe it has some kind of tremor sense. Maybe it can hear, who knows, hear you stepping around. But it chooses to pop up here because it came in the bottom, comes straight up. Okay. I emerge, and as
I would like
action,
to attack him.
Yes, go ahead. Because I'm setting off your...
My reaction for my ready action.
Yeah. And this is cool because it spends your reaction, but when we get to your turn, you get your full turn. Right? That's kind of cool.
Yep. 27. Looks like for a hit.
Use.
Woot woot.
For 18 damage.
Nice hit.
This thing's got a pretty high AC, man. Like he's stabbing a rock. Chip my perfectly good spear, why don't you? Like, dang. All right. Finding a soft spot in the somewhat malleable folds of mud, rock, and sand. Is that a soft center and a crusty shell? Stab, 18 points of damage. Well, piercing seems to work. And that's your reaction, sir. Takes 18 points of damage.
Yep.
And now we've proven that we can, sand starts spurting out like a wound. Aha, bleeds. Kinda.
It's funny in this book I'm reading, this character has like a statue he summons to fight for him. And when the statue gets wounded, red dust falls out of it.
Oh, what
Like,
book?
instead of blood. It's called Shadow Slave. It's quite good.
Oh, okay. I'm currently listening to the audiobook, The Dresden Files. It's an urban fantasy, like, the Harry Potter hidden world amongst the mortals that don't want to believe it's there. But he's a Chicago private detective, and he's in the phone book as a wizard. And it's so good. It's so good. But they make their own rules, vampires, and like, instead of a medium, a guy that contacts ghosts, they call them ectomancers.
Nice.
Yeah. and everything you know about fantasy is wrong. And in this world of the Dresden Files, Harry Dresden, it's like its own take on everything. I've really been enjoying them. I would highly recommend these books. They're talking about movies. They made a TV series, did one season, and it flopped because the writers changed too much, in my opinion. If it's not fixed, don't broke it. As I say. Anyway, sorry. You like that?
Yeah.
All right. I emerge. I get stabbed. Instead of having to look around, spend a perception, or just smacking the first little dog puppet that's close to me, it reacts instinctively to the wound and lashes out with a fist after hopping up 5 feet, getting attacked, and I'm assuming you don't even wait for this thing to surface. It just starts popping up. You just start stabbing, right?
Yep.
You said a pier, right? So this thing hasn't even come all the way out. He jabs it in the side. I pop up. There's 5 feet, and I glide over to you. Since I've moved more than 5 foot, this is not a step. This is actual full movement. Do I provoke from you, little L?
Nope.
Okay. Full movement, step over, and swing a rocky fist that pops suddenly out the side of me.
And I imagine him turning into the fist and just flying at me.
I picture this sort of wobbly, slightly top. Like he looks like a hoodoo, right? So it's like wide at the base, kind of narrow in the middle, hourglassy rock, and then a slightly oblong, bigger head at the top, and then like punching dummy, those wooden baton the martial artists do. They get really close, and there's these static spikes of wood sticking out different directions, and the guy goes up and just smacks him with his hands doing blocks, right? This is what I picture. These rocks protrude, and then it just kind of rotates like clockwise and smacks you with a static, stick fist. So a shot at Charwin. It comes up, this thing glides very class, swings around, and catches you in the side of the ribs, crushing some bone with a critical. And does, knocking the wind out of you, does 33 points of damage total, bludgeoning. Oh, that's going to leave a mark. And then, spinning all the way around, actually changing its target to the little bugger beside me. With penalties, because it's my second attack at -5, it tries to smack little L and manages hit on him. And does ping 21 points of damage and tarnishes your paint.
Damn.
And
That's
that's
like
one
a freaking truck. That was a non-crit.
I am a 7th level creature, thanks to Pylo has been revealed with my DC. You guys are 5th. I'm 7th. You know what that means? For those of you in the fantasy world that are not familiar with Pathfinder rules, my level usually matches the party, or an encounter level that you build of a whole bunch of small little mooks matches the party. Or you can take a single creature and make it elite, as long as there's no more than 2 levels higher than the party. This makes for one specific tough monster, only it's only one little monster, but because I'm 2 levels higher, sometimes I become known as a party killer. Let's continue. L, you're up. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you wish to continue to delay?
No, I would like to step in now.
Okay.
I will acrobatically tumble to the square in flanking position.
All right.
So is there a tumble through button? There is. Let's see if this does anything. Yeah. Does it work? Oh, not 20. It's going to work.
Okay.
Should have attacked him with that. Oh well. And
Oh, hang on a second. I need to put the condition on him, right?
yes. The
Well, it's
off guard condition.
Yeah, yes. Off guard. On guard. Stop saying on guard when you ever come at me because suddenly he's on guard. You imagine that? A guy that never gets to flank because he says, on guard. I'm waiting. I'm not going to take this step until you're ready. Are you ready for me now? Okay, at least face me. Come on, it's rude, you know. Play high-level characters that like naturally handicap themselves. They
Yeah.
just can't help it. All right, there you go.
Oh, yes, I love it. Yeah. So trip him? Do I? Yeah, I'm gonna try to trip him. Ooh, a crit fail.
And you fall prone?
I sweep my little foot along, and it's a rock, and I just fuck myself over. Yeah, that's exactly what happens.
Oh, okay. Nice. got a
And
good one.
last
I got a
action,
good
I
one
will
for you.
get up, so you don't even
Okay.
have to worry about it.
Blaster, I had owned a shot. I have owed a shot because, like Charwin, he had readied an action. So, Blaster here, as a reaction, shot rings out from amongst the hoodoos, echoing very Grand Canyon. His buddy takes a shot. Don't worry, Matt Speigler will be returning to the show. We're not going to be doing the autopilot character forever. -73 with a crit miss. Okay, I really
Something
don't
ain't
understand.
right there.
Something's going on with this guy. I don't understand why. All right. Well, a 15 plus 12 is a 27, which hits. So I'm just going to go right to damage. And we're going to say 6 points. And I will give it to the monster manually. Get it? Monster manual? No? Ping! And a big chunk of rock chips off of one of the fists that are protruding. And it does take damage. And then Alll goes and falls on his face. And then it's actually Blaster's go. And he actually reloads and tries to take a shot as his first action in his actual turn. Again, really don't know what's going on here.
Minus 80.
80. Oh my god. 8 and a 12 is 20. That is a miss anyway. He reloads at the end of his, because he shot, he reloads at the beginning of his turn, fires, and then reloads as his third action. So at least we know that he's loaded. And I don't mean like in a drunk capacity. But you know what I've been forgetting to do? I've been forgetting to deplete this guy's ammo. Which
I'm feeling that in a matter of prankery, Speigler sabotaged his character, knowing that somebody would be piloting him while he's being new dad.
It says ammo 0. That's fine. Take that. Anyway, moving on. Charwin, you are up. Pylo. On the horizon, you see a flock of black birds. Now, do you know how birds fly in a V?
Mm-hmm.
These black birds fly over. They don't seem to be on course like they're going to cross over us, but they fly by ever slowly. And it's going to take them like 10 minutes to kind of go from left side of the horizon to the right. Okay. But they're formed in a giant double figure 8, as if the number 88 appears in the sky. And as they close, they appear to be crows or some sort of raven.
Trebrai, Dunland. Sorry, Lord of the Rings. When they see the birds flying and they all... It's like a Lord of the Rings thing going on.
Oh, okay. I was thinking more of a guy called Raven Master 88 just showed up in the chat, and I was trying to be subtle and fun, but I like your Lord of the Rings things better. or him, her, they, whomever. Anyway, welcome, Raven. You just did a cameo, you didn't even know it. And Troy and I ruined it. That's okay. So, Charwin, what do you want to do?
And with that, let's do a level 2 heal on myself for 2 actions. Because I got hurt pretty bad. Let's see. This will give me 2d8 plus 16. Oh, nice. Max health 32. I will take that. And then I would say let's try and stab him.
Considering he knocked you, like you had like 63 hit points or odd, and he knocked like half your hit points. That was a fear wound. So
yes.
Excuse the druid while he, rubs dirt in it.
Heal myself.
Hey, isn't that like the 80s healing? I rub dirt on it. Yeah.
Yeah. What's that one guy saying? Oh, from Futurama, putting permafrost down your pants or something to keep warm.
Oh, okay.
It's
what
like
about my big fat Greek wedding? The guy sprays everything with Windex, including like blemishes and Windex on it.
Ooh, with the 24A, it's a hit. I did not. I bet it's the flanking.
It is.
El Nubio.
It is.
For another 14 damage.
Oh. I mean, crumble, crumble, crumble angrily.
But sadly, that's me.
It's a magical world. I mean, like, this thing's rumbling and smacking you guys around, and then you get like some big crit on it, and like just a face and a mouth open on the side of the rock. Go, give me mind. I was just snapping, and it gives you shit, and you guys are like, what? Nah, crumble, crumble, ow. Ilo.
Well, seeing that thing out there with my friends trying to kick their ass, I'm going to see what I can do from this far away to make it remember that We're better than it.
You're only
Alright,
like 25 feet away.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to look at that creature.
Oh, sorry, 35 feet because you're higher.
Is there a way I can move within 30 feet and not fall off this rock?
You're kind of on the edge.
Yeah, I guess so.
You want to be closer.
No, that's 35. That's 35.
Do you need 30? Is that what you're looking for?
Yeah.
Okay, so give me an acrobatics check as you precariously dig in your... The cool thing about being made of bone is you can bend your bottom feet bones and like make clamps out of them.
Yep.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, give me athletics, like to hold yourself on the edge like a perch, like these guys that do the amazing bends and leans on stage. Sure.
That's a natural 20.
There you go. So there you go.
For
Pilo
21.
gets like right to the edge and like leans his upper body. My feet are 35 feet away, but my upper casting is... There you go, dude. So,
And
I'm such a
going
nice
to-
GM. Aren't I nice?
So good.
You'll get a pay
And
for that.
I am
later.
going to cast Grim Tendrils at this guy in a 30-foot line. Point my finger out.
Okay.
Listen here, Mr. Rockman. You get away from my friends before we show you who's really the boss. And let's see here. The creature gets to Fortitude save.
Okay. I'm targeted. You pull the
targeted?
trigger on the spell. Yeah, you pull the trigger on the spell, and Fantasy Grounds does the rest.
Oh no, that's the wrong button. Sorry. It saved. Yeah, rolled a 35 for the save. Wow. Okay. Nothing. Missed completely.
Oh, so
Critical
Is- no,
success. No damage.
do they come out of your hand, or are they an area of effect that appears out of the ground?
Tendrils of darkness curl out from your fingertips and race through the air. There's a 30-foot line.
Oh, okay. Kind of like that cat from Miss Marvel.
Oh, yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Sam Jackson holds up the cat, and all the tendrils come out of its mouth.
Kind of, yeah.
That's a
Kind
spell
of like more
component.
more voidy, smoky, kind of
Yeah.
necromantic way, I would say, on my
Oh, that would be
Philo, but
so great. I need
Yeah.
a cat as a spell component for this spell. just to do the
just to hold it up.
Bleh. Sorry.
And but the move and two
okay.
actions, that's all I have. That's all Pilo can do
Okay.
this.
So the tendrils mistake the rock for just terrain and, slash and slime about and don't seem to find a target as it critically success against you. Which brings us to Pip.
Well, hi there. Pip, still left alone in the dark, still has no idea what the heck's happening, and will do his best to move 5 feet over and peek around the corner.
Okay. Stealth in the tower, please.
There it is.
Okay. All right. Ending
However-
round.
However that works out.
Anything else?
Do I actually have line of sight of it with it being on the top of the hoodoo?
I would say because you're a good 20 feet to the side, that 20-foot edge, it's you can kind of like see the top of it. If you just needed line of sight to target, I'd give it to you. You don't see a lot of it. It would have good cover because it's in the middle and, most of it's covered from the angle of the rock, but you can tell where it is.
Pip is not getting any closer. Yeah, we'll take a pot shot at it for however much
It's
cover
like, it's
is
like
it?
it's like standing on a riverbank and watching two dudes fight up on the bridge. You see kind of the top of them, right?
Okay, so are we doing greater cover or just target has cover?
I'm gonna say greater cover. That's a lot of rock, and I'm a good ways back.
Okay. Please target it for me so I can just roll.
Yep. Go ahead.
Excellent. Hey, that's a natural 20 for 33.
I had a good feeling. I had a good feeling, even though I gave you the greater cover against it. Okay, so halflings and slings, huh? Isn't that,
Yeah, quite literally named a halfling sling staff.
I know, like he just whips up the sling, whom, 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 and hit it. Bat.
And let's see how this goes for damage. And that is 18 bludgeoning damage to the stone voodoo thing.
to the hoodoo voodoo. Maybe it's voodoo that makes this hoodoo move around. You don't know.
It's very scary.
You do D10s with a sling?
Because it is a halfling sling. Yes, I do.
Is this like part of your mechanical invention?
No, this is just a halfling weapon that I get to use.
Oh, okay.
To be fair, you have described it as a very traditional sling. This is a staff that ends in a Y-shaped split that cradles a sling.
It's a hoopak staff like a kender has.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Nice.
Did that stealth check cost me another action, or do I have one more left?
I mean, you moved stealthily or taking the step. That's only a single action. It's just how you move. So you know, like the movement, the one step is the action, not really the stealth. You take
Your
the
stealth
shot.
would have dropped with the shot. So
Yeah,
if you
but
want to remain hidden, you got to hide again.
You could
Let's
re-stealth,
hide
yeah.
again, because Pip is a dirty coward and doesn't owe these people anything.
All right. Did you want to move while hiding? Like, do you want to like skitter across to get the inside? You know, like you're stacking up on a door. Because now you're kind of sticking out and down. Like you have a shot on it. It could turn around, look down, and have a shot at you.
Pip is probably going to go back to its same spot, hoping that nothing has realized that the rock there is nothing.
Lean out in the doorway. Ping. Hey, I'm helping. Sure.
Stealth in the tower.
Hey, that's good, right? Okay.
And that'll be all for Pip.
That'll be all for you, sir. All right. Round 6. The strange creature starts getting chipped and dented and such, and disappears back down into the ground. Do I provoke? I am moving more than 5-foot step. Anyone within range of me provoke?
Not for me.
Our druid? No? Okay.
Nope.
So, disappearing down, and we go 5, 10, 15. Well, I'm going to have to go 25 feet to get underground. And then I go... Character DC is 10 plus my level plus... Can I remember the last one? What's the last one, Drew? Plus your prime? Creature's DC. It's not just level and 10. It's something else. There's always some little mod.
Isn't it your proficiency? So, trained or master?
Yeah, okay. So that would bring this up to like 23. Okay. The reason I'm asking is I'm comparing certain
Yeah, my character DC is 21, so that makes sense if his is 23.
His is 23. Okay. All right. 25. Okay. So 25 feet. And then we go 30, 40, 45, 50, 60. All right. He disappears, and then he actually because I can burrow like much more faster than I can actually move. He has a crazy burrow speed. I disappear down and then pop up right beside Charwin. And I will tell you this. With a creature that would appear to be able to burrow 50 feet and has 60-foot tremor sense in precise. That stealth's paying off, dude. Because if I thought you were on the ground stomping around, it would probably come for you. Because these guys are hurting me. Or if you're the gunshot and everything, all the vibrations. But it's not precise, it's imprecise. I would maybe go over and roam around the bottom or even come up to the top of Speigler's Valentine's, trying to figure out what shot me because of the vibration, or everyone's stomping around. But with two guys right here having a go, I'm thinking it will just employ a retreat tactic, so it disappears and then pops back up behind Charwin, half on the edge and half kind of sticking out, and doesn't pop up all the way, like just enough to get a fist out. It's kind of anchored in the rock. I'm still going to make it make some kind of athletics check, just like I did with what's his name, acrobatics, just like I did with 23. Pylo, thank you. I'm busy reading things, sorry. 23. Anyway, sticks the field, pops up over here, and then I'm going to take a shot at Charwin from behind, and I am no longer getting tag teamed and being off guard, because I am somewhat smart. And how about you? Okay, why am I... Oh, I'm attacking myself. Interesting. Let's try and attack Charwin with that, shall we? Attack Charwin. That is it. Charwin takes 2d8 plus 10 bludgeoning damage from a mighty ouch. 20 points, Charwin.
Oof.
Better than 33 at least.
True dat.
I move. I pop up. I try to balance myself as a secondary, trying to do something that's not usually plausible. I'm going to cost an action to precariously balance and then take a single smack at Charwin, and that's it. It's done. Which brings us to El Manubrio.
Ole. I will move up to beside Charwin. And I'm going to just start whacking at him with the piercing wind in melee mode.
Okay.
Come on, big money. Oh, you know what? Hero point. And do better. I do better. No, I can't. I can do the exact same. Why does that always happen to me? Every single time I roll a
Time to
hero
give up
point,
swashbuckling.
I literally roll the exact same number. Okay, secondary attack. No. And that's me.
Okay. Next we have Blaster. I had reloaded last round, so now he's going to shoot, reload, and shoot again, because every round he gets to, do more things. What I'm really not figuring out here is why he has such a huge, what's on his character that's giving some huge detrimental effect. I don't see any conditions. I don't see any.
What's the range of his gun in the actions tab?
Zero. I mean, there's no range put in.
Oh,
That's
put 60. It's a dueling pistol, right?
Yeah, that's why. It has no range. It's got... There you go. Thank you. All right. Attacking something with lesser cover because you guys are in the way. And plus 12. For a shot and a miss, he reloads, attacks with a +7, and gets a critical miss. Oh no. I don't think his gun jams, but I will cost him an action next round as he tries to realign his sights and such, which brings us to Charwin. Pilo, get ready, you're on deck. Charwin, what do you do?
Let's go ahead and heal El Manubrio. Oh, with a level 2 action heal, just like I did to myself. For 26.
Thank you, my friend.
And then, what's my health at? 20, took 21. I might be okay. Let's try and stab this guy. My last action.
You're fine. You're fine.
I'm probably okay.
He's our main DPS and our main healer all wrapped up into one right now.
Oh, all right. 29 on the dice. For a hit. And 13 damage.
Do you know this creature has a resist 5 piercing? And yet you are managing to do full damage with your piercing weapon.
That's correct, yeah.
I wonder why that is.
Maybe only non-magical piercing?
Yeah, I was just thinking it's a magical weapon.
What about your halfling staff?
Halfling staff is bludgeoning, and it is not magical.
Don't have any bludgeoning resistance.
Excellent.
I don't know. We'd have to look that up. Does magical weapons override resistance? We've had some trouble with like the terminology because this is a legacy adventure. So Fantasy Grounds is running legacy rules, and then
Could also be material related too. So there are some like if it's like there's some materials that bypass damage resistance. It's usually listed on the mob though.
Yeah. No, he's just got, because he's a rock, he has a whole bunch of resistance, like piercing, slashing, fire, force, blah blah blah, except for bludgeoning, because you literally like need to bash a rock apart.
Is it because it's unidentified in Fantasy Grounds?
No, that should still run.
Okay.
Anyway, erring on side of the player, because I would hate to retcon, give this thing some hit points, and then beat the crap out of you guys, kill somebody, and then find out later, oh, you know, that damage. You know what I mean? Like, if I let the damage stand, we could just say he's a slightly weaker hoodoo, and the encounter isn't much changed. But if I give him back hit points, I'm not supposed to, because magic goes through this thing. I'm altering the mechanic of the game, and you guys could end up dead. So, usually I like to err on side of the players. Anyway, moving on. Anything else, Mr. Charwin?
Nope, that is me.
Okay. Hilo.
That's me. All right. So I'm kind of over here on my own on this rock, and there's not much I can do because nothing can hit him from where I am.
You want to jump across?
How much of a gap is that?
That's like 10 foot, so it's a 15-foot jump. I will say if you don't move back immediately and spend some actions on movement, I'm going to have to get you to roll to hang on to your perch some more.
Could I, because I've still got my guts out, hanging out here.
Yeah.
Because they don't disappear until I kind of let them go, and they're always touching a skeleton. Can I swing them around and throw them across to kind of give myself a bit of an advantage or a little bit of a less DC climbing across? Because I don't got very good athletics.
You're throwing a rope to a lower position. So,
Kind of like if I jump and miss, I can kind of go grab the rope and whoop, at least I got the rope and give me a little more, a little bit just to help the DC.
you would have to secure the rope to something. right?
Okay, and there's nothing.
And
Really
it wouldn't have really affect. I see where you're going, but I'm looking at this. Like, it wouldn't really affect the actual jump.
You know what?
However, we can make this an acrobatics roll because if you run the full length and flip off and come down, that's acrobatics as opposed to athletics where you need to push strength up, over, or go up. You know what I mean? Like, because you're falling technically 5 feet, we can write it off as acrobatics. How's your acrobatics?
little bit better.
Well,
So let's give
up
that
to
a
you.
go. We'll give a run
Okay.
back and all right, guys, I'm coming over to help. And just do
Yep.
a little bit of like a trip
Run back
flip
in and-
over.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
See what you get here and roll. That is a 7.
Oh,
I also have a hero point.
you want to
Whoa,
spend a hero
whoa.
point?
The hero point has been activated.
Yeah, I think that might be a good idea.
That is a 10.
Oh. Nice. All right.
So
Now,
I guess I did kind of leave the guts hanging out of me, right? So if I do jump, and I never did say I took it off of my little perch that I had it on, so I might just be dangling from the rope here, like, oh guys, my guts have got me. Oh boy, this is gonna take a few to get out.
how long are your guts?
They're basically 50 feet of rope. I basically am using 50 feet of rope, but for flavor, I'm using the rope gut spell to kind of go with
Right,
it.
and they are anchored to the rock you left,
Yep.
right?
I went to jump
Minus-
off.
Even if I was very generous and chopped it down to 30 from everything you tied up and like trying to jump over with a line. Huh.
No, I failed that miserably.
So
I would say
10's,
that, like,
10's not bad. I'm not gonna say it's a crit fail or you tangle, whatever. I can do this, okay? Without revealing what I have in mind for your 10. I will allow that 10 to be an aid another roll. Oh, wait a minute. It's not 10 in this. What's the aid another roll in the system? 15, isn't it?
mhm.
All right. Okay.
I would say most likely I jump over, come up a little bit short, my rope guts catch, and I'm just kind of swinging 5 feet off the ground. Maybe from where, or do I take the damage? I just got to hit the ground to take the damage, I guess.
Yeah, it's just too much rope. Yeah. I'm trying for you, buddy. I really am. But the way I'm seeing this, like, splat. Okay, now, you got to fall 5 feet before you take any damage. You fall 10, and I can never remember. Did they make it a static so many hit points per distance, or is it a D6? I think it's so many hit points per distance.
It's half the distance. So if it's 10 feet, he takes 5 damage.
Right. So he's 25 feet in the air. So half of that is 10. So he'd take 10 points.
Okay.
Okay.
That's fair.
Yeah. Smack.
And that's one action.
Yep. Now, I will say that because of the rope and the tangling and the twisting, right? Instead of him falling flat, the slack of the rope, like the friction, that kind of thing, does slow you a little bit.
Okay.
And I will let you roll a d4
All right.
as your guts catch the edge. They're like, because it's not enough to catch you, but it is enough to, like, you imagine throwing a rope over the edge of something and it jerks, and then the jerking motion pulls the rope. But there's still that slowing of the friction, like the jerk motion, right?
Yep. And
So
I rolled
I will
a
actually, I will drop that to 6 points because the tangled rope,
the tangled
drags.
guts. I had them
drags.
belayed through my body there, so they kind of still belay a little bit, but I still hit the ground pretty hard.
Yeah.
All right. Am I
You still
prone?
fall, but slows you. Yes, unfortunately, yes, definitely.
Step 2, stand up.
Okay.
And I will I'll try to make my way, I guess, as a third action. I'm going to make my way over this to like kind of the left side or the right side of that pillar to see if I can kind of get a view up and keep an eye on what my buddies are doing, just to see, to aid later on. Like right now, I can't see what's going on.
Sure. Now, from this current position, at the back of the adjacent hoodoo, which is 15 feet away, looking up and looking to the north, which is now your right because you're facing left, you see this hoodoo precariously on an edge.
Okay.
Funny enough, anchored like a great big peg sticking out of this rock. And you are still trailing all of your guts. Pip.
There we go.
What do you want to do, Pip?
More stealth because Pip likes not being the center of attention for once.
You got a clean shot. You want to take a shot?
Oh,
Step out,
what?
load, shoot. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I believe
Okay.
I have to move further up though this time.
What's your range?
No, I don't. Oh, it's quite far. It's 80.
Okay. So this thing's telling me it's 40 because of the height. But yeah.
Oh.
Sure.
1 second. Stealth back.
But
up to
here's the
10.
thing. You move, you reload, you shoot, you're done, and you're standing there. So what I would suggest is you move and try to remain your stealth. There'll be penalties because you're, taking a shot, but hey, free stealth roll, still a free stealth roll. Throw in the tower for me. I will adjust.
Okay. Let's do. Oh, I right clicked back. So 1 second. Let me get rid of that. There we go. Stealth. Whatever that is, the mystery dice in the tower. And let's go for an attack. Oh, I'll delete that because obviously it has some sort of cover again. What would you like me to click for that? Greater or just normal?
Now I'm at normal because, again, I'm sticking out over an edge. It's just a height thing. Don't really have,
It is.
more of the angle giving me lesser.
Let me know remaining ammo. Nope. Okay, I have no idea why that didn't work. I did re-click my ammo. Let's try again. Nope, still not doing it. Just says I have no remaining ammo.
Okay. Well, you have the proverbial. You should have the proverbial.
Know what
so
number it
many-
landed on?
Like so many in a bag kind of thing. There you go.
Yes.
Give me 10. Try now.
Okay.
You got a bag full of rocks or skipping stones.
I'm good with that. 32 for a hit.
Yes, sir.
Damage. Oh, not going to work for that either, are we?
What
Okay.
the damage?
The damage, yeah.
Honestly, I would just try.
There we
Like
go.
as soon
jeez.
as do you notice your cursor is a pointer, but it turns into like a little golden hand?
Yes.
Instead of trying to snatch up the official dice that's in a corner, if you just double click golden hand out where the words are, 1d10 bludgeoning, if you just double click out in the center there, it should fire off the dice for you. Especially if Fantasy Grounds being a little glitchy at the moment, then yeah, sure. Okay,
And then we will reload, and that'll be the end of Pip's turn.
but 7 and a ping. I'm on to you now. Round 7. The animated hoodoo is getting beaten up here still a little bit and decides to change tactics. Once again, moving down the rock. Pylo. Pip, you see it disappear. Pylo, you actually see it only half melted into the rock as it comes all the way down almost to the bottom and then moves into the rock. And this time, come back up and pop up over here, trying to use the depth. So now I've moved to the left side of the hoodoo, trying to use the 10 to 12 feet that's left, because now I'm on the back side from those guys that are down there. Because I'm taking fire. I can tell what side I'm getting hit from. And I pop back up. And closest adversary to me is Alll. And he's going to take a shot at Alll. And hits you with a 23, sir. You take
Ow.
2d8. And again, with that sort of roundhouse second
I
attack.
don't like
called-
fighting rocks.
You take 21 points of damage, and then following through. No, it's not a power attack or a greater cleave kind of thing, but just, the slap you dummy. It hits and then it quickly changes directionally and whirls counterclockwise after whirling clockwise, With Charwin also being on an angle but still adjacent. Targets him with penalties, of course, as a second hit, but still manages to hit him. A massive roll. And smacks you for 21 points of damage as well, because I'm an equal opportunity party killer.
This dude is a truck.
Oh. And that's me. Alll, you are up. What do you want to do?
I am going to flip over the top of him, landing precariously on the edge on the other side of him with a acrobatics tumble through attempt.
Okay.
With a success. Ole.
Okay. Even though I'm looking at slightly less, like a 45% rock surface, considering your size and amazing acrobatics, you just kind of stick in that edge there. I'll give it to you.
And then I will hit him with my confident finisher.
All right.
Which is just extra damage. Even if I miss, I do some damage to him, though, at least. But maybe I won't miss. Maybe I'll get a crit. No, but I'll hit with a 32.
Sure.
All right, so hold on. Let me just read this real quick because I haven't landed this in a while. Okay, so it's 3d6 of finesse damage on top of my regular damage. Cool. So here you go. Seven points, and then 3d6 that I don't have a button for, but I'll throw it out there. If you can do 13 precise damage to him, please, sir. As well.
I resist. Piercing. This electrical, blah, blah, blah. Paralyzation, poison, bleed, blah, blah, blah. Okay, yes. He does. Take an additional.
Ole. And that's my turn.
All right. Which brings us to Blaster Valentine. Who is now back. He got the shot and the reload and the shot. And now he is back to just reloading and shooting at once. So I believe we have picked out. We have. Oh, right. He cost him an action. So now he's just doing a single shot and a reload. But still, with a natural 1 and getting a critical miss. Can't even reload. He's just see him making strange warbling glitchy noises at his gun. Which brings us to Charwin. Mr. Charwin, what do you want to do?
Oh, it's worked so well. Maybe I'll heal myself. I'm getting hurt. Let's see. I might actually do level 3. Yeah, let's do a level 3 on me. 3d8 plus 24 for 40 health. So,
okay,
getting back up there.
Do you wish to move?
Oh, jeez. Do I move or attack? He might just move on me. You know what? I'm just going to attack. I can't trust he'll stay there a whole round. Come on, dice. Oh, there we go. 30. Just for a hit.
All right.
Oh, bad dice. Double 1s for 6.
You stab it straight through, and your spear actually comes out the other side. And as you retract it, a rather large crumble and a crack begins and comes halfway from your hole, halfway up its center mass. Doesn't completely split the stone, making it fall apart and perhaps killing it, but you seem to have really, really hurt it, and it's getting down to its last, shall we say, malleable rock, sand, mud legs. For Pilo to finish off, right? Say mean things about its
If
mom.
Pilo can see it, Pilo will do
No,
it.
you can't.
Not figured as
Sorry,
much.
dude. You want to move, Pilo?
Is there anywhere that I can move where I would see this thing? I'm not sure here. I don't know if I can move 5, 10.
I will say that you can see Charwin, and you can see the angle of his spear, so you have a good guess of where it is. So I
if
wouldn't say it's
move
meta. Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20. So if I moved 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 to here,
Yes, you could see it.
I can see it there. Great. I will move to that there and go, ha ha, there you are. And I will cast at this creature. Let's see here. What do I think he's going to be weak at? Let's give it Void Warp. It's a 30-foot spell. I call upon the void to harm the harm life forces. The target takes 2d4 void damage with a basic fortitude save. So I will hit the button here. And
We're
see what
sorry. The void is not in right now. Please leave your message at the spell beep.
it still does half damage, which is not too bad.
Sorry, I was pulling that crap on you because it's like, I think he's going to get another crit success against your spell and it would fail.
I managed to get him a little bit. Yeah, he rolled a 24 on his save, so
Okay.
he did 4 damage reduced to 2.
All right. Chipping away. You call upon the
Literally.
void. Okay, you call upon the void, and that crack actually widens and lengthens a little bit, but it's still moving and threatening your friends. Anything else, Pilo?
That's a move and a 2-action spell. That is all that I have right now.
All right, Pip. What do you want to do? Wait, you don't have line of sight on this thing with it being so far back. Hey, you helped. You took some sniping opportunity. If you want to leave your friends to their fates, or sorry, your customers to their fates.
We'll try another crafting action to see if I can put my suit finally into overdrive for more than one round.
Okay.
It is a 20 for 26. No, it still is just one round. And we will go back in stealth again, but move ever so slightly forward, probably. Come on. Probably to there. Yes.
To there. So, stepping out from your rock. Now, this is a separate rock that Pilo was against. There's sort of 4 or 5 rocks in the immediate area, right? 6 if you count the one that's 2 away to our bottom left, okay?
Okay.
So imagine the center of this rock where all the battle was happening being the center, and straight north of this rock, I'll do some pinging, being the 12 o'clock position with Charwin, but very close to the center of said clock. At the 9 o'clock position, just to Charwin's side, we have the actual creature, and just below it, at the 8 o'clock position, we have Almambrio. Down on the ground, at the 7 o'clock position, we have Pilo, which places you all the way back over at a 4 o'clock position, 40 feet away, and on the wrong side of this rock to even see it. Meanwhile, beyond Pilo, also at the 4 o'clock position, 40 feet away, we have Blaster Glitchy Valentine up a rock. Pip, you stealth, and what?
Pip, has no idea what's going on over there, but rather not see his potential new customers just be dead, and just move far enough and up to see how they're all doing.
All right. Sliding up and around a corner on the outside rock face, a little exposed. If anything looked over the edge, you'd be right out in the open. But you do see the back of Pilo on the corner of the opposite rock. And he is calling something about voiding a receipt. I don't know, something going on, waving his hands in the air.
Oh god, he wants a return! Really just slam myself against the rock. No returns, no returns.
All right. Which brings us to round 8. Because you know what? If party killers go down before round 5, then they're not doing their job. So this one has survived 8 rounds and is definitely, this is a good fight. This is a fun fight. Like he doesn't care, says Revan Master. I had it wrong. It's not Raven, it's Revan. Revan Master 88 says, like he doesn't care? Well, yeah, if you follow the story, Jack and Pip are sort of an NPC cameo. He's kind of being something. He sees the party as customers, not friends. So we got to work ourselves up to that. So the fact that he helped at all in this battle is huge growth for Pip's character. Don't you worry, audience.
And there probably will be a bill involved at some point in time.
I am having no luck with this poor guy, Revan. I said he's waving his hands in the air. High-low. Revan says, like he just doesn't care. The guy's got all the great... Thank you, chat. Revan, the guy's got the good jokes. He's got our jokes, our sense of humor. I'm just not picking up what this audience member is laying down. All right, Drew.
Jeffism's real. They're ugly.
Drew for initial. You're back on chat. I'm not doing well with chat tonight. Anyway, but thank you for your contributions. You're now famous as part of our podcast. The Hoodoo. You know what? I hope Doug's not listening.
I surrender.
Not surrender. Not surrender. But, would it retreat? Is it so badly hurt you guys have driven this thing off? Does it care about its mortal form? Or is it just a creature like an elemental plane that upon death would be released back to its elemental plane of existence? Well,
I have to expand on that, Matt. Parclay.
I don't get it. Troy
Instead of
got
parlay.
it. Okay. Nice. Not hero point worthy, but nice. Yeah, appreciate it. You guys are on fire. Everybody but me. That's fine. Can't carry this all by myself all the time, Nope. I think it's going to turn its full attention on he who has hurteth me the most, which is Charwin. Which means Charwin is going to get both guns. That's right. Kissing the bicep noises. This thing does kiss its rocky fists. And then hits you with a 30 and does 2d8 plus 10 bludgeoning damage. It does 15 points of moderate damage. And then with a roundhouse backhand, double flip, wow. As much as a rock can do. With penalties, it attacks you with its mighty fist once again and hits you once again and does damage once again for another 16 points of damage, heavily hurting Charwin. But I'm not done.
Just
In
beating an old man.
In the rare desperation, I have 3 actions, and I really need to hurt this thing because I am hurting so badly. It doesn't go insane, but I will say it tries a 3rd attack, risking it all against this human that has hurt me so badly and hits him a 3rd time.
Oh no.
And does 15 points of damage, dropping the old man to a critical status.
A 22 on his 3rd attack. Wow.
Yeah, his modifiers are crazy.
I have a plus 19 to fist. Okay. Compared to you guys that have 12 to 15, hey, I get 1 attack and I'm using it a lot. I could have opened with this. This thing could have gone over to one person and just wailed 3 attacks until you went down. But you guys were so good with your tactics. You moved around, forcing it to move, making it choose hit and run tactics. You kind of got the light side of the brunt. But as soon as you guys surrounded it and started beating on it, it basically picked what it thought was the biggest threat and now frantically trying to stave off its own doom. It goes all geriatric on Charwin. El Mambrio, you're up. What do you do?
I will flip back over top of him like a ninja, or at least attempt to. Yeah.
You just run up him because he's a rock, and then flip at the top.
So
You ever see
tumble
the original?
through.
Did you guys ever see the original Prince of Persia
I
game?
clicked it twice. Take the first one. So they're the same number. What is my?
One's for the flip
Alright.
up, one's for the flip down.
I succeed, and again, I'm going to confidently finish him because that restores my panache, and now I'm going to use it.
Uh-huh.
And please. Oh, a miss.
Would you like to use your hero point?
I don't have one. I used it already, but it does half of this damage.
Okay. I'm going to give you a little bit of moment here. I have 4 hit points left.
Sick.
How much
Sick.
did you do? How much
I did
you do?
14, so 7 points of precision damage
And down it goes.
with a miss. Ole.
Flipping over the rock, wielding his dagger whip, he manages to wrap it once, twice, and the third time the dagger threads the hole in the
No,
center.
I'm using the piercing wind. So
Oh, sorry.
sorry.
He jabs it with his bayonet. The end.
Yep.
Sorry. You interrupt my really good death scene.
It doesn't penetrate his armor, but
I love this guy.
the stylish method in which I flip caused him to take extra damage.
I like Revan. This guy's on fire. The glancing blow kills an enemy.
It's basically exactly what happened.
All right.
Hey!
What a great fight. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. You can check us out and all of our podcasts on the Mongers Podcast Network on YouTube. We play live Monday and Friday nights whenever we can because we have several cast members and several Pathfinder games going, as well as a Star Wars Saga Edition. Not the new rules, Saga Edition. And if Disney has ruined Star Wars for you, don't worry. Our podcast, our Star Wars podcast, is 7 years old, and we are running the Dawn of Defiance campaign, which happens 3 months after Order 66, in that 19-year Luke grows up gap, where you guys are running around doing the wet work for Bail Organa, and slowly, confidently, or maybe adjacently, help birth the rebellion. Good night, everybody.